You're still watching NBS Breakfast Meeting. I'm Shafiq Neka. And like I promised, the story is about coffee and what coffee is doing and what you can gain from it. And I have a team lead of Bugwere Coffee Company, that is Emmanuel Gonahasa. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
So we hear everybody's talking about coffee, even internationally, everyone's talking about coffee. And now we have Bugwere Coffee Company.
Yeah.
What is it?
So the Bugwere Coffee Company is a privately owned enterprise. We look to support the growth of coffee and cocoa in eastern Uganda, in Bukedi. Reason being, Bukedi is one of the poorest parts of this country.
Bukedia.
Bukedi.
Bukedi.
Bukedi is 7 districts: Palisa, Butebu, Kibuku, Budaka, Tororo, Butaleja, and Busia. So these areas have been very, very poorly managed, I would say. So we don't have any serious cash crops. We had cotton. It was decimated by many different factors. So we thought, what can we do for our people to help them get into productive agriculture again?
Yeah.
Make a meaningful income with a perennial crop. So we've done a bit of work with the government of Uganda, Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation, and a study was commissioned a few years ago, and coffee and cocoa were discovered to be the most profitable ventures to take on. So Bugwere Coffee Company was begun, different story. We began on the side. We were already operating when these guys came in and we asked to work with them. So we're looking to establish nurseries in parts of eastern Uganda. We run a three-step project. We do farmer mobilization, propagation of proper grade planting material. We support the farmers to plant the coffee, manage it for 3 years. Then after that, we do trade support. So it's a fairly decent operation. If it works out well, we'll be able to support increase of income in this country for households, increase of different services in the ground. With more money, there's better life, we want to believe.
Yeah. So I see Bugwere Coffee Company, but then you mentioned cocoa growing. How does it come into the mix?
UCDA is UCDA. They also do cocoa.
Yeah.
And having a long name, Bugwere Coffee and Cocoa Company, it's not cool.
Yeah.
So BCC is cooler.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So how is it reflecting to the addressing the household poverty levels in that part of town or country? Okay.
One, to make money, you must be able to have a product you can sell and have it sold at a good price. We had cotton, it was decimated. We had rice. Our rice in Kampala, grown in Uganda, is cheaper than rice, is more expensive. No, it's cheaper than rice grown in Tanzania. But people would rather buy rice from Tanzania because of the quality. Okay?
Yeah.
Because of low income, people are not able to live comfortable lives. Kids don't go to school. Malaria is killing people because they can't afford to buy
mosquito
nets, or they can't afford to buy medication. Nutrition is very poor. Now, if I give you 100 seedlings of cocoa, or coffee for that matter, a tree of cocoa will give you 5 kilos per year. The going rate of coffee today, or cocoa, let's first handle cocoa.
Yeah.
A kilo of cocoa in the market is 25,000 shillings, farm gate price.
25,000
farm gate price. If you have 5 kilos per tree, that's 125,000 shillings annually from this one tree. If you have 100 trees, that is 12.5 million shillings. And these are not figures dreamt up in my sleep. You have a smartphone, Google. Look at the price of cocoa. Coffee is now, Robusta is 14,000 shillings a kilo, farm gate price. 5 kilos per tree, 100 trees is 70,000 shillings, times 100 trees is 7 million shillings. Now this will fit in less than 50 by 100.
Yes.
Okay. The other problem is in Uganda is that we have a very high population rate or growth rate, and we have a land constraint. Now, with a small product, a high value product, you can be able to make money from your small piece of land. You don't have to have a whole massive chunk of land and work it for so many months. And the bit about the things, you plant them once and you forget about them. Not forget about them literally, but you can do other things.
On the same land?
Yeah, on the same land. You can intercrop with maize, with beans, with groundnuts, and make some money in the interim. Yeah. So it's a fairly decent plan. Government has put in money to manage it. We're coming in as we had begun already, but we're coming in as a partner to run this project in Eastern Uganda.
Yeah. When young people hear about coffee, they think coffee is for the older generation. Because even the talks I always like around the older generation are the ones taking charge in terms of this conversation. Yeah. How can the young people, the Ugandans, actually see how coffee and cocoa growing as an opportunity for economic growth and empowerment for the country?
We need money, first of all. Young or old, you need money. Now, if I give you a facility to make money for the next so many years, why not take it up? I make a statement. The coffee you plant today will outlive you. Fact. Okay? Let that sink in. The coffee you plant today will outlive you. It can actually be a generational project. So plant for your children today, before you have them. Plant your coffee, 100 seedlings, 1,000 seedlings, 2 acres. Because we have the land, we're gifted with land. It's one of our biggest resources. Just that we want to get quick money, sell the land, buy a boda, get crushed on the road. Yeah. So young people are encouraged to do coffee. We're running a project called the Schools Coffee Project, which is going to support schools work as demonstration centers for coffee and cocoa growing in Eastern Uganda. So every child that comes at S1 is given 20 seedlings to go and plant.
Every child?
Every child, every student, we call them at that point. Plant this coffee, plant this cocoa. Every morning give it breakfast, a cup of water in the dry season. When that coffee, when you go to S6, or you go to S4, because coffee is, we're giving out clones that mature faster. By the time you go to S4, you have an income. Plan it. Buy your own shoes. Buy your own Grab. Buy a small smartphone. These things we believe will be able to help reduce certain problems in community. For example, many young girls are hoodwinked by men because they can't afford to buy sanitary towels. They can't afford to buy knickers.
Yes.
But with your own income, you can buy your own knickers, buy your own ice cream, buy your own chapati. Okay? Those small things, we don't look at them now, but they actually make sense and they work. Yeah, so that's the idea. Young people are going to be encouraged to plant coffee, to make money, and to plan for their future. Yeah.
So what advice do you give entrepreneurs who would like to venture into this type of business?
There's no easy business. There's no easy business. You know, we have this belief, entrepreneurship is fun, it's clean, we speak properly, but it's a different story. You know? We have a farm, 35 acres. We planted coffee in October. The rains were not as successful as what they would be. We've lost about 40% of the crop we planted.
40%?
Yeah. It's crazy money. But you cannot stop. Keep going. I tell people, pick a thing you like doing and do it. Because that's how you'll make money. It no longer becomes a job, it becomes the thing you want to do, you want to keep doing. Because if you look at it as a job, you'll get frustrated. You know, entrepreneurship is about long hours, stress, no money for the first 3-4 years. Jack Ma puts it right. Jack Ma says, if you choose to go the path of entrepreneurship, be sure that you're willing to give up everything you own. Everything you own. People will look at you as an idiot, people will leave you, your partner might walk away from you, kids will say, Daddy ran mad. But when you make it, it's a different story.
So let's go back to a little bit of the young people. What are those efforts that probably you're putting into place to make this more engaging for them, especially the ones at that eastern side that you have started? Okay,
so aside from the Schools Coffee Project, which is looking to support kids in school, we're doing a couple of activities. For example, we're using music and drama, because every young person likes music. So we're getting local artists to perform pieces of music, to talk about coffee. We're doing tours. Once you give a person the picture and they can see and touch it and feel it, they'll buy in. Okay, so we're doing demo gardens, we're doing field tours, we're doing market studies, market visits. Yeah. For example, we just had a discussion with UDB to come in and talk about coffee and entrepreneurship and enterprise development for young people.
This is between high school and then university?
Yes, both in and out of school. Because we look at it and think, kids out of school are already wasted. No. Surprisingly, the people out of school become the richer people. I'm not saying drop out of school. You know, my guess it leave school. No. All I'm saying is that Because these guys know their problem. There's a Luganda saying, "Manye nakuyo." If you know where you come from and your issues, you'll work better. So we encourage people to come in, know that you have a problem. The biggest problem with us is that we don't like the truth. It's very, very bitter. Oh my God, it's okay, you're doing fine. No, we're in trouble, we're screwed. Okay? And once you accept that you're in trouble, you'll change. I tell people, guys, if there's a problem, there's a problem. My father was very hard on us. Told us, if you screw up, you're screwed up. Tell us the truth. Don't tell us, no, it will be better, we can get better. No. Eastern Uganda is in trouble. Okay? The poverty there is crazy. What are the signs of poverty? Massive population growth. Because guys are so idle, they have nothing to do but just to make babies. And I'm saying this in respect, and respectfully, guys, don't say this guy said you make too many babies. It is the truth. Okay? The number of kids who don't go to school. This thing called rice is amazing.
Yeah.
People plant rice. And for a month, kids will miss school. Because they have to go and shout at the birds, hey, go away, hey, don't eat that rice. It's actually a job. And at some point in the school cycle, kids won't be in school because they are showing birds off the rice fields. Fact. So if you help the young people know that they can make money another way. I mean, aside from coffee, there are things we're doing in the community as a Bugwere Coffee Company. Yeah. We're doing a hatchery for chicken. We're building a factory to process liquid fertilizer so that we can increase or improve the level of agriculture in the community. Okay? So there are things we can do, small, low-cost things. It don't have to be a lot of money. And I tell people every day, guys, you come from a place, don't leave it. Don't say, I'm going to Kampala.
Well, some people hear coffee, and they don't know what coffee does, because most people think they just drink coffee. What are those features that coffee does that are away from just drinking? So if a person is there, because young guys are there, I'm like, but why is everybody giving a big fuss about coffee? I don't even take coffee. Yeah.
One, looking at coffee as more than just a beverage. Yeah. Okay. It's a source of livelihood for people. Okay. So the whole value chain of coffee makes money from coffee. Every cup of coffee you drink is going to employ some people, take guys to school, pay the medical bills, make life better. Coffee is a plant that will help rejuvenate the soil. Eastern Uganda is largely sandy. Yeah. So we believe that by using the coffee husks to put them back into the soil, they're going to change the quality of soil. There's actually a whole plan on that. We're using coffee as a driver to help fight climate change. Okay? Do you know, this you might not know, but there's a carbon credit, a carbon score given to every coffee plant.
Really?
Yeah. Now, each coffee plant has a figure it earns. What you're doing as a Bugwere Coffee Company, everybody that has a coffee plantation will have his coffee studied, and we have an analysis done to see the value you earn. We're then looking to work with a company from, I think it's Brazil, to do wood fuel saving stoves. Okay, using the coffee husks. We're going to make pellets, or they're called briquettes, and use that to cook. So using coffee, we're going to help fight deforestation because we have another source of wood fuel, increase the amount of income in the community. So there's a big story about coffee. It's more than just the cups of coffee you see being sold at these fancy restaurants. Yeah. So coffee is supposed to be the cool people's drink.
Right, because of what I've seen in the movies.
That's how it's marketed. Yeah. It's called marketing. You know, everything can be sold and made to look cool. Okay, so we're looking at it as this, and I keep saying that because coffee has been properly marketed as the next cool thing or the big thing now. Yeah. Demand for coffee is only going up. Coffee and cocoa are products consumed by affluent societies. It's not for hoi polloi like, okay, I believe we look affluent. But people will never drink coffee. Yeah. And the case in point is China. China 10 years ago never bought coffee. Today China is growing as a coffee consuming society because they have more money from the industry they've created. Okay? So the demand for coffee is going up because the level of affluence in society around the world is going up, meaning the price of coffee will not fall anytime soon.
I wanted to ask you, you have started the journey in Eastern Uganda. Do you see yourselves in the next years expanding to other parts of the country? Or does the climate not allow expansion of coffee?
If you plan on staying small, you'll stay small. Okay? This thing I listened to the other day, we limit ourselves as people. The Bugwere Coffee Company is titled as such, but we are going to grow. The idea is start with Bugwere, with Bukedi, grow, Teso, grow across the whole country if possible. I'll give an example. Uganda only produces 5.1% of global coffee output. Okay. Now, even though we double our coffee capacity, there won't be a problem. The market is there. The market has been forecast to grow. It's now about $160 billion this year. It's going to grow about 85 billion by 2030. Okay? So we need to get that coffee from somewhere. Why not grow it in Uganda? Brazil, the world's biggest coffee producer, is reducing land coverage for coffee. Cocoa. Ghana, the world's biggest producer of cocoa, has begun processing its own cocoa into chocolate and other derivatives. Meaning the demand for cocoa beans is growing. Why not take it up? So these are things that we've thought through and think if we do them properly, there'll be a change in society. Yeah.
Do you believe young people will actually jump on this coffee thing?
They will.
Because lately they're jumping on TikTok.
Luganda say I like to use tokubienyo. Guidance is what we need.
Yeah.
Okay. If I tell a story and convince people to believe this thing and it works, and they say the results, they'll take it up. I mean, we're all Christian because someone told us it works. Okay, we're told it works. We're led to believe it works. We have seen things that work out of Christianity or religion. We're all religious to some degree. So if you can push, and I tell this to people I talk to in the community, I'm preaching the gospel according to Saint Coffee. Okay. When a person harvests a basin of coffee and makes 50,000 shillings, 100,000 shillings, whatever figure he makes out of that basin of coffee, and his friend sees him with that money, trust me, tomorrow he'll say, you know what, I want that story. I want some of that. Okay? So we're using demo farmers, we're using learning centers, we're doing a lot of literature on coffee and the benefits of coffee in the communities. And we actually see an uptake or a growth in desire for coffee and cocoa in Eastern Uganda. Because people are tired of being broke.
Yeah.
You must say, I'm tired of this thing. If you don't get tired of a problem, it stays there. Till you say, I'm tired of it.
So I wanted to ask you, as the team lead, Bugwere Coffee Company, what is that 10-year plan, if you can give us a sneak peek? Like
10-year plan, thank you very much. We want to give out 20 million coffee seedlings in the next 7 years.
20 million.
Yeah. We're having discussions with certain people to be able to finance this process. I'd like to thank the government of Uganda. They have come through to support us to some degree. We had a chat with some Saudi company. They want to do 30 million seedlings in Eastern Uganda. We want to partner with them to be able to process that material and give it out. And then look to grow from that. Have a processing facility in Eastern Uganda. You have one in Tungamo, a massive facility in Tungamo. Eastern Uganda is close at the border with Kenya, which means easy to export.
Yeah.
Have many of these small collection points, grow them into financial institutions. It's a big dream, and we can achieve it. The issue is, do we believe we can do it? Have we begun working? Now, many of us have a problem. We dream, and we stay sleeping. So we've dreamt, we've woken up, we've started. So now we've started the nursery in Eastern Uganda, one of the biggest in the region. We want to open up 8 more by end of June this year. Have a lot of content material to give out, and then have agronomical services available. We have our own agricultural people, extension workers we have recruited. I told you we're doing our own factory to produce fertilizer and pesticide so that we can reduce the cost of inputs to farmers. Thereby they're able to make some money, they're able to plant, you have more people producing this stuff, and it works. Yeah.
As someone, because you're passionate about creating change, especially from your home area, where the Gonahasas come from.
The famous Gonahasas.
What message would you want to give to the youth about taking up initiatives like this in terms of transforming a better Uganda and in their communities? Thanks.
Uganda is ours, guys. It is our home. We're here for the next so many years. We don't know how many more years. We're going to have children. Some of us already have children. If we don't make our place better, nobody will. Nobody will. We must take up the mantle to improve our societies. Okay? With more income in the community, there's better life. Fact. Money is not everything, but money is very important to make life better. I keep saying to people, without money, you cannot get the good things in life.
Okay.
You will be able to live, but you won't be comfortable. We all want to be a bit comfortable. I won't say you have to eat sausages every day, but you want to eat them once a week.
Yeah.
Okay? You want to get like a small car. Have some time to relax with family. It makes life easier to have money. So young people, I'll speak Bugwere for once on national TV.
Yeah, sure.
Bananga Bugwere bange abantu babukedi tulina okukyusa ekyalo kyaiswe. Etwaka okukikola yetu yambokola ekintu ekyo. Okay? Guys, PDM has come, it has been squandered to some degree. It's actually embarrassing to hear what happened with the PDM money in the villages. Okay? People get the money and the man says, I bought a TV. I bought a subwoofer. I got a second wife. Okay? So guys, we must know that these are our communities. Uganda is ours. Bukedi is ours. If we don't change it, nobody will change it for us. We must take an active role to change it. It is not easy, but it is doable. It is very doable.
And finally, as we wrap up, any last message to the different investors who want to partner with you in the Bugwere Coffee Company and all the guys who are actually the different stakeholders?
Okay, that's a very good point. There are very many stakeholders. We are just one of many people doing something to change the livelihoods of people in Eastern Uganda. We are not the only ones. We're not the best. We're just able to get some attention to what we're doing. But there are many people. The people who have nurseries for coffee, for cocoa, for flavored trees like cinnamon and things. The guys who are doing chickens, the guys who are doing fish. There's a man called Kafanka, my good friend, who has 50 fish ponds. Very quiet man, nobody knows about it. We don't build a hatchery there. We have a lot of opportunities in Eastern Uganda. We need to work with people who want to change society. I tell people it's a business. We're not looking for charity. We're looking for partners who will invest and make their money back. Okay? Because I'll give you an example. If we're able to live out our coffee dream, in 2031 we'll have at least maybe 100,000 tons of coffee and cocoa available in Eastern Uganda. That's the business. You buy the coffee from the farmers, resell it in Europe or in China or in the US. Okay? We're not looking for charity anymore because charity won't help us grow. Even us in our project, the coffee is not free. The cities are not free. You pay for the fertilizer. You might pay later, but you pay for them. So gentlemen and ladies, we must change our community. I'd like to thank my team, teacher in Kadama, thank you very much for whatever you do. We know we have a team of people creating nurseries. It's hard work, but they're committed to it because they've been able to buy the vision, to buy the dream, making our community better. And as a team lead, I'm proud to say we have support from different local governments. Buteba local government offered us land to do a nursery. Budaka local government has contacted us as well to do something for them as well. And we're growing. We see an uptake of the service. The desire for the service is growing, and I think it will work.
And is there any way to reach you?
I'll give you my email address. Telephone number normally is unavailable.
Or a website or something.
And I'll give you my email address, Gonahasa@gmail.com. I'd like doing this. Echo Mike Alpha, Golf Oscar November Alpha, Hotel Alpha, Sierra Alpha @gmail.com. Send me an email, I'll be in touch with you. My telephone number, just in case, 0704 127248.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, and thank you for the good work you're doing. Because the more industries and the more of initiatives like this come up that actually involve the whole community, the more Uganda will grow. Hopefully, from there we can go to the rest of the country. I don't know when. You never mentioned. You just said you have the dream. I don't know if it's going to end in Eastern Uganda.
Dreams grow with things called money.
Yeah.
Our sleep is called money. We won't just sleep and dream. We have to dream and then get the money to do it.
All right.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much, Emma, for coming in. And now, at this particular moment, let's connect to the Parliament of Uganda for the Budget Committee.